Hello, dear astrology lovers, and welcome to my new video dedicated to Jupiter's transit through the sign of Leo from June 2026 until July 2027. This is such a powerful transit because Jupiter feels great in this bright, brave, and positive sign ruled by the Sun, so we can expect a significant energy shift collectively and on a personal level as well. First, I will explain the general meaning of this transit and the lessons Jupiter is bringing while moving through Leo. And then we will look at how this energy may manifest personally in your horoscope based on your rising sign. I think it's important to understand the overall energy so you can translate it to your own horoscope. So I believe that even the first part of this video is worth watching. So let's see what Jupiter in Leo represents in general. Jupiter is the great benefic, the planet of luck, protection, growth, and opportunities. And while transiting Leo, it's inviting us to recognize and acknowledge our own potential and become more aware of our gifts and share them with the world, to be more confident and courageous, and most importantly, to be more visible and create opportunities instead of just waiting for them. Jupiter in Leo is anything but modest and never shrinks itself to fit in. It shines brightly, allowing its full potential to shine through, and that's exactly what it wants us to do in the areas of our lives it will be transiting. So, this is our chance to choose growth and expansion. Jupiter in Leo also reminds us that playing small doesn't always serve our growth, and it definitely encourages us to take up space, trust our abilities, and allow ourselves to dream at least a little bit bigger. It's important to understand that this is not about ego, exaggeration, or seeking attention for its own sake. It's definitely not about that. It's about recognizing your potential and having the courage to express it. Leo is also associated with heart, and Jupiter tends to expand wherever it touches. So during this transit, many of us may feel called to live more from the heart and make choices that bring genuine joy and reconnect with what truly inspires us. And Jupiter in Leo definitely teaches us that our talents are meant to be developed and shared, because a gift that remains hidden cannot serve, help, or inspire others. And there is somebody on this planet who might need you, your talent, your skills, and your gifts. So it's good to think about sharing them with the world. And this transit also encourages us to stop doubting ourselves and start using our natural abilities more consciously and more confidently. So, whatever it is that you would like to start, a YouTube channel, an Instagram page, launch your own brand, whatever, this transit is inviting you to be more courageous and do it. And finally, Jupiter in Leo also wants us to embrace creativity and do more of what we truly love. And why is that important? Because finding your passion and sticking to it is often the path toward your life purpose, which is something that Jupiter strongly represents. And life with purpose and without a purpose can't even be compared. And now let's explore what you can expect from this transit in your horoscope. For Aries Rising, Jupiter will be transiting your fifth house. Wow, the fifth house is the house of love, children, creativity, hobbies, and all the activities that bring you joy. It is the house of fun and pleasure and all the things that make your heart come alive. And Jupiter moving through Leo, which is a super passionate, dynamic, and creative fire sign, can definitely awaken everything this house represents and encourage you to experience life with more enthusiasm, confidence, and joy. So, how can you make the most of this transit? For example, if you're planning to become a parent, this can be a very supportive period to focus on that goal because, as I said, the fifth house rules children and the sign of Leo as well. For those of you who already have children, Jupiter may bring some fortunate developments related to them. For example, through their education, personal achievements, or other important areas of their lives. And this transit can also inspire you to reconnect with pleasure and enjoyment. For example, if you've been postponing a dream vacation or a special trip for a long time for financial or practical reasons, the next 12 months may provide an opportunity to plan it properly and give yourself the experience you've been hoping for. And when it comes to career, Jupiter transiting the fifth house can be especially beneficial for those working in the entertainment industry or in any field connected with creativity, performance, visibility, and self expression in general. The fifth house is not the house of work and career, but for those people who are working in creative industries like entertainment industry, for example, this can be very beneficial for their career and their overall performance. So actors, performance, musicians, dancers, content creators, influencers, and anyone whose work involves being seen by an audience may experience significant growth during this period. And overall, the fifth house naturally rules creativity, performance, and talent. And Jupiter expands visibility, recognition, confidence, and overall opportunities. And because of this, many Aries risings may notice increased public attention, greater audience engagement, more creative inspiration, or opportunities to showcase their talents in a much bigger way. So this can be an excellent period for launching creative projects, growing an online presence, building a personal brand, performing publicly, or attracting opportunities through social media and entertainment platforms. If you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel or launching a brand online or putting yourself out there in front of other people and sharing your gifts and talents, this can be a great moment to make the first move and finally do that. And for some, this transit may bring invitations to collaborate or perform or appear publicly or attend important events, connect with influential people within creative industries and similar things. And Jupiter in the fifth house can also help restore creative confidence. So if you've been doubting your talent or holding yourself back or feeling creatively blocked, this transit can reignite your inspiration and remind you why you started in the first place. And most importantly, this transit encourages you to create from joy rather than pressure. The more authentically and confidently you express yourself, the more likely it is that opportunities, recognition, and support will naturally follow. Because, as I said at the beginning of the video, Jupiter in Leo is teaching us to be more authentic and confident and to dare to share our gifts with the world, because someone out there might need you or might like what you have to share or might find inspiration in your content and in your work in general. Jupiter in Leo doesn't just want you to create something and leave it out there, over there, somewhere hidden. It also wants you to share it because Leo is ruled by the sun and the sun is very visible. So whether it's art, writing, teaching, performing, content creation, or any other form of self-expression, this transit encourages you to be seen and appreciated for your unique talents. So you may feel more confident and more comfortable stepping into the spotlight and showing the world what makes you special. The fifth house is one of the three fire houses in astrology. So the first house is associated with Aries, the fifth house is associated with Leo, and the ninth house is associated with Sagittarius. So these are the three fire houses, and they are deeply connected because they describe the journey of discovering who you are, expressing yourself authentically, and ultimately finding meaning and purpose in life. People often ask, what's my purpose? As if it's something super hidden that must be searched for somewhere outside of themselves. And the thing is that purpose often starts with finding your passion and discovering what makes you feel fulfilled. And you can do that by spending more time doing what you love, which is exactly what the fifth house represents. And through that process, you arrive at the ninth house, the house of Sagittarius and Jupiter, where purpose naturally reveals itself. So, this is why Jupiter's transit through your fifth house can be so important. It invites you to reconnect with your heart, your creativity, and the things that make you feel truly alive. For many Aries risings, this transit can bring a stronger sense of fulfillment and help them align with a deeper sense of purpose. And when it comes to the fifth house, another great thing is that it's the house of all the public places and events that you like to attend to have fun. So, with transiting Jupiter in this house, you may also feel a stronger desire to go out, attend events, explore new experiences, and simply enjoy life more. If the past few years have been focused primarily on your responsibilities and obligations, Jupiter in your fifth house can remind you that a little bit of joy is also important. And another great gift of this transit can be increased confidence. Jupiter in Leo encourages you to trust yourself more and believe in your abilities, and definitely stop hiding your talents. And this is not about being arrogant, but about recognizing your value and allowing yourself to take up the space you deserve. Some Aries risings may definitely feel inspired to launch a personal project or take their own hobby more seriously, because the fifth house is the house of hobbies as well. So Jupiter tends to bring growth in every house it transits. And in your case, it can be through something that you personally create and bring into the world. And this transit can also reconnect you with your inner child. So you may feel more playful and spontaneous and willing to take healthy risks. So it is a beautiful time to rediscover activities that once brought you joy and to approach life with greater enthusiasm and curiosity and optimism. And finally, we cannot talk about the fifth house without talking about love. So just imagine the symbolism of Jupiter in Leo, a sign associated with the heart and passion and romance. Wow. Many Aries risings may experience exciting romantic opportunities during this transit. Some may fall deeply in love, experience more passion in their relationships, or simply become more open to giving and receiving love. And Jupiter may also encourage you to take a chance on love. So express your feelings more openly, make the first move, or give someone a chance after a long time. Leo is a sign that loves wholeheartedly, and as I said, Jupiter tends to expand everything it touches, and because of that, many Aries risings may experience more warmth, romance, and emotional openness during this transit, especially if Jupiter has a natal connection to the fifth house. So allow yourself to enjoy this beautiful transit, open your heart, follow your passions, share your gifts with the world, and don't be afraid to take up more space in the areas of life that bring you genuine happiness. And this is all for Aries Rising. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more astrology content, and that way you will also help my channel grow, which is highly appreciated, and I'm very grateful if you do that. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a wonderful Jupiter transit through Leo, and see you in my next video.